Alright, here we have a matchup that I really wanted to see, and this is K9 Vanquish Soul, piloted by Clifton Land versus Mitsurugi piloted by Yugioh from Canada. Wholeheartedly, Vanquish Soul K9 was probably one of my favorite decks of all time that has come out recently, and currently there is no deck that I feel, in my opinion, stood out like it, legit. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to see how effective and how powerful it remains with Clifton piloting it. Again, this is after we have seen the ban list hit it. I feel like unnecessarily so. Does it still have very good turn 1 plays? Is it still as amazing as I would like it to be? Maybe not, but we'll see the effectiveness against the Mitsurugi deck, as he is currently undefeated, and I'm hoping that he will remain so. He was my favorite to be, one of the winners to go into France in Nats, but unfortunately that title was taken away by Julian Kahn. So I'm hoping to see Clifton be able to pursue further, as he is one of my more favorite players that I've seen on the screen as of late. Now, Yugioh is going to go ahead and pilot Mitsurugi and is going through the combo. Chooses to summon Murakumo from the deck by tributing Habakiri. Interesting line of play. But I guess he did it because he has this pre-prep of rights, which is going to allow him to grab him Habakiri and the prayers. Did he already add the Futsu? Or no, it looks like he just added the prayers. So this is making me think that he's playing a light version of the Mitsurugi engine in this Yummy deck. So now we're going to see him ritual for the Habakiri. He's going to trigger the Murakumo to add a Mitsurugi card from deck to the hand and summon it back onto the field. And we know that Clifton has Izuna. Oh, but he chooses to go ahead and activate Bestial Magnamut. And here we see Clifton get hit with a bell in response to the Magnamut here. So that is amazing to see. It would have been nice if we seen it resolve. Unfortunately, that won't be the case at this time. Now, here's the wonderful thing. Is that this Izuna should put in work. Because now, as Yugioh goes into the zombie vampire to potentially mill 4, we're going to see this Izuna summon out to potentially grab a Nash Knight onto the field and absorb the zombie vampire as a material. Now, oh my god. Oh. Ooh. Apologies for the sneezing. It's starting to get cold here in Texas, so I'm having to deal with that as a consequence of me still wearing very light clothing outside the house, even though I have the fan on. Good Lord Almighty! So here we see Clifton activate Izuna here, which is going to allow her to summon and then on summon dump a copy of the Lupus. Yugioh did already use Bell, and it looks like he has no Ash in hand, which means that, he had no response to the zombie vampire. And we also see his hand has double prayers, the purification, and it looks like he will not have any yummies to be able to continue his plays here. Alright, just had to cut a little bit out from the video. So we see the Dash Knight successfully attach the Zombie Vampire and 104 to itself as a material. And we know he has Noroi as well in hand, so let's see how much further. Ooh, and he draws another Izuna, which pairs well with the Lupus already in his graveyard. So, we're going to start by seeing Yugioh debate on summoning out the Murakumo. If he does so, even though Clifton will lose the Nash Knight, if he goes Chain Link 2 on the activation of the Mirakumo, blowing up the field, he'll be able to absorb it, and then it'll go to the graveyard, meaning that he either will have to activate the Purification in response or not. But here, we know that... Oh. It looks like he was trying to tribute for a cause, so... Or not? Huh. Okay. Interesting. I don't know what happened there. Maybe Clifton said okay to the prayers and then got, was late on the interaction. I guess it's fine. It's not bad to hold that out anyway. So, I think if I'm Clifton, I definitely use Nash Knight here. And if it uses the Great Purification that he may or may not know. Oh my god, he's playing Tyrus? That's interesting. Then he'll be able to... Oh, well, okay. Looks like it did not use its effect to absorb, nor did the Murakumo use its effect to blow up. And here we're going to see number C104 summon, which targets the back row, and Great Purification is chained to the activation of the C104. Again, Landon chooses not to use the Bestial Magnamut when it tributed it as cost, and still decides not to utilize it. So when will he? Murakumo is supposed to search here. Probably going to be another copy of Habakiri. Yeah. And now Clifton has full reign to be able to play here. So let's see what ends up happening. Oh, you know what? I know why he didn't activate the Magnamut. I forget. They're not DD Crows. The reason he couldn't activate the Magnamut is because Ferruccio had no monsters. Oh my god. I forget so many simple things whenever I'm like watching these duels and commentating over it that I don't forget like when I'm actually playing. So it's good to be able to remember these things here. Okay, so we see Clifton activating the Case of K9, which is going to be, negated by the effect of the Murakumo, but Clifton decides to actually dump the Noroi to the graveyard, and then he gets punished by the Drollin Lockbird here, which has got to suck. If I was Clifton, I probably would have let it go, honestly, and then I would have summoned the Noroi, summoned Jokul, send it to the graveyard, look at the hand. That way he could have better played against Droll. But I guess he wanted to save his normal summon for the Raisin that he has in hand. But I feel like going for, Ripper plus Yugioh would have been fine for him there anyway. So I'm very confused as to why he decided to go for that line of play. I guess he just got greedy, honestly. So he should know everything in Ferruccio's hand. Double Habakiri plus Prayer. So he's going to go ahead, special summon the Izuna, dump the Noroi to the graveyard. And what rank 5 could he make to deal with the Murakumo? There's always Sky Blaster, but okay. So he's revealing what Ferruccio knows. Let's see. He can summon out the Lupus. Now Lupus is summoned out onto the field. And now he's going to potentially overlay for... again, it would probably be the Sky Blaster in my opinion. But no. Looks like he's going to normal summon out the Jokul. We do have to remember that because Jokul resolved, all the K9 monsters on the field gain 900 attack. And on summon, he will pop the Murakumo. Now he activates the Bestial Magnamut. And this is game, right? Yeah, because these are both over 3k, 25. So that's GG. Alright, yeah, no. Congratulations to Clifton. That was nice. Again, he could have played around the Droll a bit better, but it's fine. We're going to go ahead and see him move on to the next game and hopefully have another dominant win. Game number 2, we saw that Clifton was able to take control of that game with one Izuna, which was very important considering... oh, and he drew Shifter plus Meows. Insane. Okay, so there's some conflictions obviously in this hand a little bit. But this is what Vanquish Soul likes to see. All these different attributes that are able to be in hand and utilized properly. For instance, such as cards like Meows, because last format, 2 formats ago, I guess, before it got hit, Meows wasn't very good, you know, in response to what was currently in the meta. But after Mitsurugi started picking up more in popularity, and Yummy as well, we were able to see that Meows is a good card to side deck nowadays. So, what better deck to take control and make use of it than Vanquish Soul? But here, Yugioh, he sets 4 and then passes. And he set a field spell, which means that he probably has anti-spell Fragrance. Which is interesting. If he does have it, he didn't flip it, so let's see what he ends up doing here. Joku will reveal Izuna, and then Izuna on summon will dump a copy of Lupus to the graveyard, and if Yugioh has any hand traps, it will make the Lupus live. So from here, no interruptions from Yugioh thus far. And it's gotta suck, because in theory, he's playing the better deck. He's playing the more consistent deck. He's playing the stronger deck of the format, if not the strongest. And currently, Clifton is having the upper hand here. And you know what? I'm starting to think that Yugioh actually doesn't have anti-spell. The reason he set the field spell, I can tell now, is so that he plays around the K9 normal summons, right? So that is very smart on his end. I like that play a lot. Let's see. Right now, we're going to see Ghost Bell be triggered on the effect of the Lantern, which gets hit by Called by the Grave. And Yugioh, having no response here, is going to see all 4 monsters on the board, and if he doesn't have a Mirror Force, this is game, because he doesn't have to commit to any more plays. So, that's game. Oh my god, that was fast. Congratulations to Clifton for winning that in dominant fashion. Wow, and look, he had all 3 attributes in hand in case he wanted to go for Saryuja and get a Vanquish Soul. My god, that was amazing. This is inspiring me to put back together my K9 Vanquish Soul deck, and I think I will. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace. I'll catch you guys in the next one in round number 8.